Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Gen.G Collegiate Cup. Today, we have an exciting game on our hands. It's a best of 3 round of 16 match between Middlesex University and the Rochester Institute of Technology. Should be an exciting one. 2 days ago, we saw RIT take a dominant victory over SAE, a dominant 2-0 victory. So they've shown that they're strong competitors in the tournament. And we'll see what they can do today. Maybe they could go all the way to the grand finals. Here's the tournament format. So step 1, each university registers with Gen.G and sign up for the tournament. Then we host in-university qualifiers to see what's the best team from that university, and then the main stage of the tournament, which is a double elimination bracket, meaning if you lose one match, you're not out of the tournament yet. There's a loser's bracket. And the grand final will be between the winner of the winner's bracket and the winner of the loser's bracket. And the prize pool is 2,500 USD. So let's see what these teams have prepared for this tournament, and let's go to the picks and bans. So here we can see Split and Abyss banned first. So Middlesex have banned Split, while RIT banned Abyss. Middlesex pick Sunset, RIT pick Pearl. Middlesex ban Corrode, RIT ban Haven, and Bind as the decider. And we can see that RIT will be starting on defense on Sunset, and Middlesex will be starting on defense on Pearl and Bind. And let's get right into the agent select. Let's see which comps these teams will be choosing. Alright, so right off the bat, we have Middlesex going for a Jet Chamber Brim. You don't see a lot of Brim on Sunset. You see Omen is the dominant controller on Sunset as picked by RIT. And RIT going for a double initiator with Teho Sova, which, based on the latest update where initiators received a massive nerf, most initiators, not Teho, but Sova, his recon dart now regenerates every 60 seconds rather than 40 seconds. So it's interesting to see how teams adapt. Some teams have chosen to lean more into the double initiator to sort of make up for the lost utility, while other teams have decided to go a different route. As we see on MDX's side, they're going for a double Sentinel instead. So they're going for a Vice. Vice we've seen is quite strong on Sunset, but Chamber is an interesting pick. We'll have to see what they have planned in terms of strats. Maybe they'll have chamber contesting mid very frequently, but that might make their executes or maybe like fighting for mains a bit less strong. Oh, as we can see, they switch back to Omen. As I said, Brim isn't a very common pick on Sunset, so seeing Omen on both sides, that's the dominant controller. That makes sense. Should be an interesting match. It's a different style of comp from both sides. One double initiator, one double senti. So we'll see how that turns out for both teams. All right, and let's jump right in. So as I said, RIT sitting on defense, and MDX seeming to go for an A exec here, trying to take early control of A main. And we'll have to see if RIT are going to be able to fight it, or maybe fight for main, or maybe they'll play on the site. We'll wait and see. Deadlock setting up on B. And it seems like Deadlock will be playing solo B, while the rest of the team will be... Oh, never mind. RIT sending Sova into B while Omen is mid. It seems like RIT won't be ready to fight for A quite strong. Maybe they're playing more of a retake, and here starts the exec. Jet already going in with a nice pick on the Teho in CT. Jumping all the way up, picking fights and aiming, and we can see it's a 3v3. Raze left alone on site on an island and not able to hold it down. Sova and Deadlock initiating the retake. Jumping out, getting right into it. The chamber is in main, picked off by Sova. 20 speed, Deadlock versus Omen, and Omen gets it done with a 1v2 clutch. It was a little scary there for Middlesex when chamber died in main. A nice pick by Sova, nice awareness, knowing that the chamber can still be main. But they get it done. They got across the finish line, and it seems like RIT didn't put too much effort into their air hold this round. We'll have to see if they change that up. We see very commonly in pro tournaments that teams fight for A main quite heavily. We'll see if they can do that this round. So the same sort of start from MDX, where they're starting heavy A main with a chamber sitting mid, maybe holding for rotations, and they're scaling up main now. Chamber caught out by Sova in mid and TP'd back. Scaling up elbow, Jet and Omen spotted by the Teho drone, and RIT are super aware that MDX are heavy A. They started quite loud. Do they know about this Deadlock tactical straight? Do they clear it? Yes, they fully clear it. But there's two players ready to fight elbow. And big trades here by Raze and Sova, being able to get two. MDX still in a good position as they have the guns, but damage is done by RRT. Yeah, then MDX finish it, and it's a good anti-eco by MDX, but also big damage done by RRT, and that's gonna carry over into the bonus, where MDX won't be able to carry over the rifles that they had in the second round after the pistol win. So as we can see, buy from both teams here. MDX still forcing a rifle from the Omen, who didn't upgrade from his pistol. But RIT are on a full buy, so it's going to be a very difficult round for MDX to win. And both teams wanting to contest mid, it looks like. No, MDX smoking off top mid, scaling into mid. While RIT are playing two players in market, Sova and Deadlock, and they close the door. Teho and Raze spotting A main, waiting to see if there's somebody there, and Omen should be spotted by Raze, picked off here. And in a great pick from RIT, putting them in a much better position. And now MDX is all contained in mid. If RIT can read that and take further control of the mains, maybe A main, or read the rotations, RIT is in a very good position right now. MDX giving up mid control and trying to re-clear A where Omen died. and Raze trying to spot main from elbow. And, oh, what a nice pick by Raze here, and no follow up from RIT. Nobody's close enough, and Teho swings from main, and that's it. That's the round. Well played by RIT. Like not going overly aggressive, not fighting for mid, and just letting them have their space while they control the sites. And still, MDX didn't really put any pressure on top mid or market, so there was no reason for them for RIT to fight for it. Overall, a great run by RIT, showing good map awareness by knowing that the Omen could still be main when a lot of presence was heard in mid. And MDX seemed to be going for a contact A, maybe tucking from an early Teho drone. Yeah, as you can see, that seems to be the plan. Yep, all hiding from the Teho drone. And after Teho doesn't spot anything, he's not aware that they could be hiding from it. So he rotates to hold top mid and Raze on an island here, but with a judge in elbow, if he's challenged, yeah, he gets a pick just like that. A nice pick by Jet. Oh, a nice pick by Raze, sorry. And another pick. They're just walking into the judge. It's a very good position from the Raze here. But RIT, MDX have to be aware of that. Oh, and that's the timing there with Raze going for a reload. Just unlucky. But a great trade by MDX. Omen, Sova on 1 HP here. And it's a 4v3 for RIT. So RIT are still in a very good position.
Left.
Teho on an island in A. Let's see if they can play. Oh, with a great time swing. Oh, the timing. And Omen snuck into CT, A-Link, and they're not aware, but the damage is done. The timing on that swing by Deadlock is just perfect. And another round for RIT. MDX are now going to have to go on an eco, or maybe they could force some weak rifles and some shotguns. And a replay here. Just a nice position by Raze. And Jet sort of goes in alone, and then Chamber goes in alone with the rest of his team separated from Chamber by the nade. So a good nade there. And yeah, MDX on an eco, trying to find a pick in mid, top mid maybe. Sova hid from the Teho drone in A main, walking up now. RIT still don't have any info on MDX's position. No player spotted. Just a smoke from MDX on A to fake some pressure, but there's nobody in the main. And now they smoke top mid as well. Vice Flash comes in, and they're aware that they have no control of mid, so they're aware that there could be a lot of players there. And yeah, 3 players spotted in mid right now. The Vice, the Sova because of the dart, and the Jet because of the shot, and two picks for RIT, a third, a fourth, and they're overwhelming them with the better guns. A good read by RIT, good map awareness, well played by them. MDX lacking the nuance and complexity to win some of these attack rounds. They're just going like they're all contained into one main, giving up a lot of map control to take a little map control. So taking a main but then giving up the rest of the map because nobody's there to hold it down. And RIT are very aware of where MDX is going, but MDX are sticking to it. 5 spotted in main, and they're trying to speed up now. But the deadlock wall buys a bit of time for some rotations. See Omen close on CT, the Jet entering now. And they have control of front side. Jet pushes back side, but doesn't get anything and gets picked off. But a trade by Omen. Deadlock swinging with a classic, gets one, and then gets traded.
player standing.
And a great retake by RIT. It's left Omen on 1v3. TPs! He doesn't check him! He doesn't see him! Oh! Nice try. And another round win for RIT. Yeah, as I said, it's like the Jetta is going solo into backside, and there's no one really there to trade.
Negative.
No one there to support her. Quite a bit of util invested to try and help her take that backside solo, but it's not enough. They take like easy control of front side B, but then backside held down by RIT, and with that very little space on the front side, MDX not able to convert the post plant. And now they're going for a bit of a force buy. Some vandals and rifles with the jet knives, but jet suppressed by the Teho drone. And now no dash, no knives. The knives will come back, but the dash is gone forever. So they're missing that entry power right now. And like I said, like all contained in A main and elbow. RIT poking around in mid to C because they expect there to be a lurk or a chamber like trying to hold the space, but Deadlock walking all the way down. And now Teho is getting pinched, but he manages to get one. He manages to get two. He manages to get three. And he's just playing around dice so perfectly. But now Chamber is dead. Deadlock is on the flank, and no trip is there. But there is a wall on A main to help them with the post plant. A vice wall. Omen TP'd up on top of the generator. RT smoking elbow, studying the retake. Nice TP by Omen and not gonna be spotted by Vice.
Player standing.
And what? Oh, with the flash, the Omen flash, deafening him. He didn't hear the TP. He didn't see it. It was behind him. And the Deadlock nade, forcing him to crouch. The Deadlock sees. It's just some well placed util by RIT, allowing them to convert that. You can see the Omen flash and the Deadlock sees. The Vice flash flashes the Omen, but he's able to get the 2 picks and convert the retake. MDX forcing again, even though Chamber does have his ultimate, so 3 of them have rifles. Chamber has assault, and only 1 is left on a stinger. So it's not a terrible buy, but their economy is in a very bad place right now. 5 rounds in a row by RIT. MDX showing early presence B main, looking like they want to commit to this. But RIT sticking around, not rotating too fast. Raze is still in A elbow. Now MDX committing to the side take, scaling up. But still nothing on backside, and Deadlock gets full free reign of backside, and Sova with a 4K from market. It just seems like they delayed their side take too much. The Omen smokes just faded. 6 rounds in a row here by RIT, and their economy is in a very good position. While MDX just keep forcing round after round. Yet to see a timeout or a change of plans by MDX. And all these rounds are over in like 40 seconds. The attackers have so much time to work with, but they're not giving themselves that time. And Ray's walking down A main, taking all of the space for free. And now RIT have to be aware that they're either mid or B main. But the Deadlock wall is still up, so not paying too much attention to B main, even though MDX is all there. And we have 3 players holding across on top mid for RIT. Smoke comes in on B, and MDX are starting their take. Jet is in. They smoked off backside, so they're just letting RIT have all the backside space. Maybe they're going for a fast plant, and post plant. Jet picked off by Deadlock. Vice gets to trade, again gets out. But Omen gets a pick on Sova, who's peeking through the smoking lane.
Spike
Bad
down.
misplaced
One enemy
TP by the Omen. And Vice goes down to the 1v4. A few unlucky moments there. That TP, I know the Omen from MDX meant to put it into main. But just 7 rounds in a row by RIT. They have they have very good control over this map so far.
I'm buying.
And I need to see more from MDX. Okay, there we go. A timeout by MDX. So clearly they're aware that there needs to be a change of plans. Something needs to change. Something's not working. When you lose 7 rounds in a row, doing the same thing over and over, something needs to change.
Planted.
And here's a replay
Enemy remaining.
of the pistol
Player
round.
standing.
And nice shots by Omen. A wall-bang headshot on Sova and a headshot on Deadlock. And this is what I mean. Jet dashes in, but nobody's there to follow up with him. And then Chamber walks in, separated from his team by the nade. No follow-up. That seems to be their biggest issue. They're having trouble trading. And then this nice place that we saw earlier with some nice well placed
Player
leads.
standing.
And as you can see, they delayed their take so much that there was no market smoke. There was no stairs smoke that they usually like to put. And so that just allowed the Sova and Deadlock to take advantaged fights while MDX are still focusing on finishing their side take and planting the spike and all that. MDX going on an eco here, understanding that their economy is in a very rough spot and they need to save 1 round to get their economy in a better spot. Sort of going for a default. We have 2B, 2 mid, 2 1A, but
Spike
yeah.
down.
RIT
B.
are just walking down B main, taking advantage of their superior guns. And we have 3 players pushing A main. They have full control of that
One
side.
enemy
And
remaining. No escape.
MDX are fully contained. It's 1v5 for Chamber. A nice pick. Can he find the second? Oh no. He found the second. Oh, and RIT just dominant in this game. I like the change of plan by MDX. It's going for a default isn't a bad idea. They just disadvantage of weaponry that round, which is like that's fine. So here now they're both teams are on a full buy, another full buy round. Let's see what MDX can call as a change. So they're going for the same. Oh, they're going for a B hit it seems. All 5 players starting B main. Deadlock wall deep B main this round. And presence shown. 2 players at least. Heard in B main.
Cover going out.
Drone comes in, fully clearing out main, clearing in the smoke. Deep Deadlock sensor, stuns the jet, but no one there to follow up with it. Cease comes in. And MDX are backing off. They've invested a lot of util into this. They used a Sova drone, 2 Omen smokes. But now they're backing off, and they're gonna have to re-clear all this space with much less util. Ray spotted in main. Jet trying to capitalize off of the Omen paranoia, but not able to do it. Ray's able to get out in time, supported by her Teho. And now MDX executing onto the A site with only 1 smoke on A link. No smoke for Ali. But they get a nice pick onto Raze, who's
30
caught out
seconds left.
between main and elbow. And now Teho's alone on dice, and he's also picked off by the jet. Nice Deadlock ult comes in, picking off Chamber.
One enemy remaining.
It's a
Spike
2v1
down A.
for MDX, and they're able to convert it. A great round by Sova, 4 kills,
Last round before the switch.
and MDX are finally able to get around after the pistol and the anti-eco. After starting B main, it seems like wherever they start, if they commit to that space, that site, except on pistol round where they started A and committed A, for every other round, it seems like wherever they start, if they commit there, it's RIT are aware they've taken too much map control somewhere else. And RIT are 4 stacking A this round. Going to fight for A main. With a nice Taeho ult about to come in. But they've already secured all that space. MDX are backing off. They do not want to contest this. We see Chamber walking up mid. And Jet and Omen poking around in B. They've entered the site. No presence shown from RIT on B. MDX have full control of B and they're calling over for Sova to rotate with the spike. So Omen taking 1v1 against Sova. Not able to get there, but Jet able to trade, wrapping him around from market. But the rest of MDX, Chamber and Vice caught off, just caught off while they're rotating and picked off. And now it's a 2v4 for MDX. But Sova gets 1, Sova gets 2, and now it's a 2v2. Deadlock on low HP. Perfect time swing by Jet, and MDX will end on an 8-4 half.
Switching sides.
After RIT win 8 rounds in a row. But good adjustment from MDX there at the end. Able to convert the last 2 rounds that they had after the timeout. 1 round was an eco, but the other 2, they were able to convert them with a full buy. Overall, a very dominant half from RIT. But MDX are still in it. They've gotten 4 rounds. It's still could very well go either way here. And RIT going for seeming to be an early A exec. They want to take early control of A main. MDX going for a 1-2-2. So Vice solo B, and then we have Omen and Chamber on market. I expect Chamber to walk out maybe with a TP. But no, after the presence on A, they're just quickly rotating. But Omen tucked in a very good position in mid. Spotted by the Sova and Raze, TP'd out, but can't get there. And a nice early pick by RIT. After they took the control of A main and Deadlock put her wall into A link, they're backing off now. And Sova's going for a very fast reclear. And now MTX are super aware that it's not going to be A. Because look how far Sova managed to push up. All the way in tiles now. And RIT don't seem to be expecting this. He's so fast with it. But now they're exiting into top mid. They smoked off the right. They smoked off A link. Picked off the Jet. And aware of the Sova, picked him off. And now it's a 1v4 for Vice. Damage done to Taeho and Sova, so it's still doable. 2 nice picks. And almost the last shot on Taeho there would have taken him out. But a nice try. And overall, a nice plan by RIT. With the pressure on A main. And then moving to mid. Good effort by Banana Man to go for the reclear on A main, but just can't get there. Overall, like these were really nice picks by Vice, and you feel like if you just had 1 more bullet, that was a very winnable round. RIT starting 5 in A main, going for a slow contact. So MDX, no awareness on the 4 players up in elbow, and Jet is about to peek at the 4 players. And yeah, cleared by Raze, an early pick for RIT. The superior weaponry grants them full control of A site after just taking out the Jet. Plant coming in, very deep deadlock wall, splitting off A link from Ali. And now Sofa's on a line, and nobody can come to support him unless they break that wall. Raze and Deadlock close A link. Deadlock able to get 2 there. And now last player spotted. It's a 1v5. Impossible situation. No gun. And yeah. That's a flawless round by RIT. Very well played by them. The contact on A. MDX just don't have the early info on A main. Maybe you can see that's a weakness of the double Senti comp. With double initiator, you have so much more utility. You have double the utility to clear out these early mains and get early info on what each team is doing. So RIT, we could see with the consistent Taeho drone on A main, even though sometimes MDX would hide from it and then hit, it granted RIT that peace of mind that no hit is coming for the next at least 10 seconds,
Cover going out.
right? And the same story with Sova on B main
Traveling.
or in market. And now RIT going for some mid control here. They broke the market door, they flashed through, but they smoked top mid and they're actually going to go into Boba here. Contesting the Sova. Sova able to get one but traded out by the deadlock. Jet and Vice separated by a wall. They break the wall and now it's a 2v4 for the chamber and Omen on site. Omen still stuck, timing on the smoke. One behind him. He's not aware of it.
One enemy remaining.
But MDX able to trade him out. And now it's a 1v2 for Ninzilla here for Sova for RIT. He spotted one, spots two in Boba. Out on the spike already, tapped the spike, but 1v2. And damage done by RIT. They're taking away 3 of MDX's rifles on their bonus round. Good effort. And a nice plan. After they faced a lot of resistance in market with the Omen paranoia and the Omen smoke. They shifted gears. They said, okay, we'll go top mid. Smoked off the right, walled off the right, and just focused on isolating the people in market and B site. And it worked out for them. They were able to get one, but Omen with a very clutch 2 kills from market. And now RIT are switching over back to A main, but they're showing early presence with an early Teho drone, early Sova dart to clear out elbow.
Going out.
Cleared out all of main, all of elbow,
Traveling.
or all front of elbow, but Omen's still here, tucked in with a Bucky. Spotted by the Raze Boombot and traded by Sova. Jet getting a pick,
Spike down A.
and now the two RIT players, they're in 2v4, they're tucked in elbow, and MDX in a very good
Last
position here.
player standing.
Re-clearing
Spike
elbow,
down A.
last player spotted. MDX with a very fast retake, so we can see when RIT went for that contact play on A in the second round, where they didn't show any early presence. MDX weren't aware, and they were able to get RIT were able to get the free site. But now that they're showing early presence, MDX able to rotate in time and flood very quickly to get the retake done before the spike goes down. Overall, well played by MDX and a good effort by RIT. Going for a 1-3-1 RIT this round with 3 players in mid, getting an early pick on Chamber, who wasn't able to TP in time, and that's a gun for RIT. That's a huge momentum shift for them. Deadlock fighting the Jet, but superior weaponry of Jet able to handle that. And now a 4v4 for RIT, but they have full control of mid. No player contesting them in top mid. Smoke comes in on the right. And 3 players funneling into top mid. Jet aware of the lack of space that they have in mid in their spawn, but that's going to cut off the rotations from MDX. And now, if RIT go for a B hit, if they get a pick on the Sova, the smoke fades away, but Jet able to get a pick.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
And just 3 picks by MDX. RIT too slow on the top mid take. A nice pick by Raze, but Spike is in top mid, and RIT have full control of it, aware of where the last player is. Impossible situation for Raze here.
30 seconds left.
But he's still going for it. Sova low, right behind the wall. Spike spotted, Vice spotted, but can't get there. And that's a nice win by MTX. RIT just delayed too much in top mid by MDX, and the smoke fades on the right side, and Jet able to get a pick from A-Link. We see here a timeout by RIT, and here's a replay of Sova's 4K on attack, which got them that 3rd round. Very well played. Pissed around for RIT, sort of same idea that we've seen on a couple of these rounds. going into top mid and a nice 3 kills by guys. So the top mid play overall quite successful for RIT.
Spike down A.
We can see here this early jet dash retake on the flood. Yeah, so overall this top mid take very successful for RIT on the first round, but then not showing much success after that. Seems like MDX have adapted well enough to be aware of it. And we can see some pings going down on the map here. Maybe RIT are going for a similar strat, but maybe going for a trying to end in a B split. So 2 players from RIT starting mid here, Raze and Deadlock. Teho and Omen starting A main, maybe going tiles. And Jet has switched over from playing... Oh no, no changes by MDX. Jet and Vice on A. Omen, Sova, backside B, and Chamber early contesting market spotted by Deadlock and Raze, and Chamber had to TP back. Now MDX are aware that there's some presence in mid. But RIT are also scaling up B main at the same time. Deadlock scaling up. Here's the chamber trip. Maybe we'll break it to create some pressure.
Barrier deployed.
Yeah, break it. Broke the chamber trip. Put the wall down. But MDX aren't biting. They're just sticking to their guns. The Jet and Vice haven't moved at all. Haven't moved a single inch. Vice now aware that they conceded top mid control, so has to be aware of the A link and the alley flank. But RIT 5 players into B main, and this is gonna be a site hit that MTX are not ready for. And here goes. Early smoke market, Raze need backside, Raze double satchel in. Taking the fight against the Sova, gets a pick. Boombot spots one, but Chamber TP's back. Omen TP's into main, ults into main just to get some info. And now they're going for an early Omen paranoia. Not Jet and Vice still not there. 3 MDX players in market right now. Oh, Vice ult comes through. Teho caught by the Vice ult, but now they're re-clearing backside. MDX get a nice pick on the Sova. Get a nice pick on the Raze, and now all of RIT's condensed into main. But Deadlock ult comes in, catches one. Chamber on low HP, not able to get a pick, and oh, 2 picks by Vice in the 1v1. Oh, not able to finish it off. Nice plan by RIT, and MDX need to get more active in the defense. Jet and Vice, after the presence top mid and the presence, no presence A, B main, but after the presence top mid, they either need to fight it or take map control elsewhere. Because this is not working out for them. Their rotations are delayed way too much, and RIT able to get a super quick site take that MDX was not able to react to in time. It seems like they're gonna try contesting mid a little bit more with Chamber starting top mid. So he's gonna take a fight and then TP back. Jet, an early fight in B main. And Chamber forced to TP back. Spike spotted in B main. But RIT do have the Omen out, so they're not in any rush to get the Spike back. Omen paranoia. Traded with the Sova Dart, they picked up the Spike. But now, RIT all the way in market. Are MDX aware? No! Jet spotted out! Ult! Oh. Whiffs by both Jet and Deadlock. But RIT able to get the pick. And this scrunch just worked out so well for them. Chamber giving away all of the mid control, all of the market control. And Jet seemed aware, but not super aware that they can get there that fast. And now Omen on the flank with a judge, maybe just playing some exit frags but can't get there. And nice round by RIT. Match point for RIT now. They have 5 match points to work with. So space to make mistakes and not really get punished for it. And RIT have 4 ults online between the Omen, Sova, Raze, and Teho ult. So, and they're going up against an eco from MDX. Vice switches over to solo B in market, while MDX going for a stack on A, but it seems like they don't have the read. Teho faking some pressure in A with the Teho drone. But RIT are starting with a 2-2-1 default, looking to end B. Teho and Ray's going for a re-clear A main in case somebody pushed up, but Chamber able to get the pick on the deadlock, who was solo mid. 2 kills by Omen, fighting back against the re-clear after Jet gets picked off. Now we get the Omen ult, but Omen aware, and now he TP. Is he where? No, he has the long range doesn't work out for the judge, but he still gets the kill anyways. And now it's a 1v4 for 1v4 for Neemzilla. Damage taken and finished off by Omen. 4 kills by Omen there. So what happened is RIT, after showing their presence in mid, go for a re-clear on A main, and Jet gets caught out. But Omen, they don't expect the 2 players to be like playing close A main, and Omen tucked in close with a judge, able to get the trade and 1 more on top of that, and then going back into site, catches a glimpse of the MDX's Omen ult, and with a nice place paranoia and a teleport, he was able to get that pick too. Now RIT is still going for the same sort of mid pressure. Not breaking the door, but actually Teho droning into top mid this round, just to see if there are any players there. Teho drone doesn't spot anything. RIT still scaling up mid. Omen spotted by the Sova drone, but no one else. But if you see an Omen that deep into mid, oh, deadlock with an early pick on A, it seems like Jet was just left there alone to hold it down to get some info for her team if they're A, and that pick will force MDX to rotate into A, because now they've lost all of A side. No, they have no info on what's going on there. But RIT taking advantage of the fact that they created so much pressure on A, and now 3 players B main, and MDX don't expect it. They don't know at all. They still think it might be A. But RT still not committing, even though they're maybe missing the timing. They still haven't crossed the ice wall. Smoke comes in on Boba. Now they're committing to the side take, but not expecting Chamber in backside already. Teho trying to trade, but not able to get there, and that's the spike down on stairs. 12 seconds left. They do not have time. They have to get this plant down right now. Ray's ult's coming out, damaging Vice, but not taking her out. And now it's a 1v2 for Omen, for MDX here, to keep them in the game. But IRT very healthy, holding a nice crossfire. Sova drone comes in. Omen aware of both of their positions now. Gonna go for a flash on Raze. Going for a TP out. And gets the 1v2 clutch! What an insane TP! And Ray is not able to get the trade in time, caught out by the fact that she was paranoid earlier. And Sova sort of just caught with an ult in his hand. I mean, nothing you can do about that. And you can't exit that ult fast enough to get that pick on the Omen. And Omen with an insane 1v2 clutch. Absolutely well played by What's Up Baby. Let's see a replay of that. Okay, tagged by a Sova drone. Gets a paranoia perfectly onto Raze, and then TP's right behind Sova. And yeah, Raze just delayed a millisecond by the paranoia, and then with the first couple shots, and Omen able to get the kill. RIT is still sitting on 3 more match points. So if MDX make any mistakes here, just they were saved by the Omen last round, but if they let that happen again, they might not be able to stay in this map for much longer. Now there's 4 players in elbow, and even though MDX are aware, Sova's sort of left alone inside, but Omen gets an early pick through the smoke, and they walk out and they don't expect Sova inside, and Sova gets 2, Jet gets 1 on main, and now Raze on 1v4 with a Bucky stuck in dice, but not able to get the kill. Just seems like a lack of awareness from RIT on this round.
Sorry. Ears
Not
still
aware
ringing.
that Sova could still be in sight. Maybe they expected it to be kind of like the other rounds where you'd have one solo player on A or no players and then sort of play for the retake, which is what MDX have been doing for a while now. But no, Sova was still in the site, able to get 2 picks on people coming out, flooding out from an elbow, not expecting him. RIT going for another early A main control. And seems like there's going to be a fast exec. Are they going to expect this chamber to be tucked in Dice and Omen to be tucked? Wait, a nice deadlock ult comes through and catches Sova all the way in A-link and top mid. But chamber able to get one, traded out. And now it's a 4v2 for RIT.
Spike planted.
RIT have really good post-plant positions here. Aware that they can't come through A-link because there's a deadlock wall there. And MDX are not breaking it. So no need to even hold it. But deadlock ready to swing off the broken wall. Now both players spotted in alley. Time is ticking. The MDX do not have that much time.
Last player standing.
And Sova able to get the last 2 kills and convert the map. Overall a very... And that's going to put them on an early 1-0 lead in this best of 3. MDX are going to have to step it up a little bit. They were showing more life in that last stretch of the game where they started out, they were down 8-2 and then converting the last 2 attack rounds and getting a few nice rounds on defense, but not able to make the comeback. Well played by RIT, well played by MDX, and I'm looking forward to the next map. And here we see the scoreboard. Overall, 4 of RIT's players are rounding out the top of the scoreboard there. Very well played by Omen, very well played by Deadlock. Just getting nice value off their util, especially with that well-placed Deadlock ult in the last round that catches the Sova all the way deep in A-link. There's got to be a lineup or something. But overall, very well played by RIT. And a nice effort by MDX, but not able to get there. And now we're gonna go for a 10-15 minute break until the next map. Sorry. Thank you for tuning.
when you fake like that. Head out of the game, I don't play that fact. I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Head out of the game, I don't play that fact. When you fake like that. Head out of the
Hello everyone, and welcome back to MDX versus RIT in the round of 16 of the Gen.G Collegiate Cup. We saw RIT take an early, close map victory on Sunset, which was Millisex's map pick. So you sort of have to consider as MDX here, if you lose your map pick, which is supposed to be your more comfortable map, what changes they're gonna make going into this next map. So next we're going into Pearl. And this is RIT's map pick. So RIT are in a very good spot here, winning MDX's map pick, going into their comfortable map. We saw this map yesterday versus SAE, where they had 2 days ago versus SAE, where they had a very dominant performance, playing a double initiator comp with Sova, KO, and we'll have to see if they stick with that comp or they make some changes here, and we'll see what MDX have cooked up for Pearl. I'm very excited to get into this next match, and we're getting into the agent select here soon. Yep. On the last map we saw MDX go down 8-2 super early on in the game, but they made a good effort to come back, and the map score ended up being 13-10, which shows that MDX are still in this. MDX still have the power to come back. They just need to get over that line, get more confidence in themselves, and let's see what they have cooked up here. So RIT going seemingly for the same comp that they ran against SAE, which was, oh no, they seem to be double initiator with KO Fade, Astra, the dominant controller on Pearl, and the Waylay pick is quite interesting. It's not bad, but you don't see a lot of teams going for solo Waylay these days. You see Waylay played with a Yoru more commonly, the Mosquito comp, but Waylay overall a good duelist in this meta right now, and we can see that MDX are going for a double duelist with Jet and Phoenix. Phoenix wasn't picked much in pro play, but out of all the maps, Pearl is probably his strongest map. and going for a Brim instead of Astra. So no global smokes, meaning Brim will have to play fast rotations or something like that, or play in mid to be able to support his team in defense, which MDX are starting on defense this map. So double duelist and single Senti chamber for MDX, and we see the same double initiator comp for RIT. Should be an interesting matchup again. MDX going for a more aggressive comp rather than the last game where they were going double sentinel, but sticking with that chamber, which is a strong sentinel in Pearl, but you see Vice way more commonly. So we'll see how they can handle playing defense with just one solo Senti who's streamer. And let's get right into it. So we can see MDX starting on defense and going Jet seeming to want to take early control of A main, take a fight, dash out, supported by Fade. Maybe Fade will throw an eye or something like that. And RIT starting off slow for a mid default here. Wele already walking up, taking contact into art. No, now switching over to double doors, where Brim is sitting with a chamber chip to hold for him. 4 of RIT's players going into double doors here. 3 contact with Brim. First pick for RIT. They're pushing further in. They have full control of connector now. And Jet trying to get a pick, but dashes out and gets picked off by Astra, who is rapping from art. And now, and a pick by Chamber, who catches an overzealous Wele, trying to push into B. But now RIT have full control of mid and the A side. And KO seeming to want to cut off rotations, the rotation of the Chamber here. Let's see if Chamber is going to be aware of it. KO on very low HP, but able to get the pick on Chamber. 4v1 for RIT. Very good position here. Fade going back to trying to clear out the KO, but not able to get there. And Astra getting the last kill. Dominant attack round by RIT there. We can see that MDX don't have that early presence in mid. They weren't able to stop RIT from going to double doors. And then they just get all of double doors, connector, all of it for free. And with the Astra wrapping on art, getting the jet. Early 0 point by RIT going into art to spot if someone's there. And RIT are going for a similar mid start. 0 point spots the Phoenix. Smoke comes in to support, but RIT are committing, and the saturate hits the Phoenix by Willing. Jet spots them. They're all flooding into art. 3 of them are trying to find this Jet in main, not detected by the Fade Dog and able to get a pick in main. Still fighting. KO flash, fully flashed Jet, but they're aware that Jet is jumping around and able to get the pick on Jet. Chamber not able to get there. Another win by RIT. They lost 1 player, but it's a very good position. They get to keep 4 of their bonus guns for the next round. Let's see what changes MDX are gonna do on their full buy.
That works.
RIT going for, again, an early mid tick. And MDX aren't really fighting for it, except having the Chamber taking early contact into art. But RIT are already through double doors, already in. Brim caught out by the 0 point. Fade able to get a pick, but retreating now, getting pushed by 2 more players. Oh, it doesn't get picked off, able to get away in time. Brim with a nice timed swing through connector, able to get a pick. Phoenix coming back from A main, able to get a pick on Astra, who's not aware. Sorry, B main. And now Wele stuck in B link. A nice round by MDX. They let them have their space in B link, But then some nicely timed swings by Fade and Brim.
Spike down. B. One
And
enemy
the Phoenix pushed up B main, able to come back and support. Lets them convert the round with only one person falling. RIT are going for more early presence on B long. Phoenix in a very interesting position here. He's playing all the way in the backside. Early recalled smoke by Astra to allow them to cross in case there's an op. 0 point spots the Phoenix.
marked one.
And spotted by the Fade Eye, and now Phoenix is with no util and Whaley dashing in, but dashing in alone with no util to support. Phoenix full flashed, able to get some damage on KO, but not able to get the kill. And now RIT are planting the spike. They're all in the site, but MDX able to get 2 picks on the chamber lurking in mid and the KO in sight. And now 1v4 for Astra, not able to get there. And a great retake by MDX. You can see Jet with the awareness on the chamber in double doors. Able to punish that late lurk. And some nice picks on the retake. And just able to flood really quickly into the site. Well played by MDX, but I'd like to see more util supporting that Waylay when she's entering. Double dashing on the Phoenix. She was just like going in there, and Phoenix was able to get the pick on the defensive Waylay. But a nice round by MDX. Looking at the scoreboard here, we can see Phoenix already has his ult ready. Let's see if they have some sort of strat or something cooked up. Usually, if you ever see Phoenix played in pro play, you see Phoenix is going to farm as many ult orbs as possible to get their ult online. One of the strongest ults in the game. So maybe MDX have some sort of plan to utilize this Phoenix ult, or maybe they'll just save it for a retake. Maybe they'll go for some early pressure in mains. And a timeout here by RIT. After losing these last 2 rounds, they're thrown onto an eco. Let's see what they have planned coming out of this timeout.
Right here.
So 4 players for RIT starting off A main, looking to fight for the space, take early control of A main. While MDX are investing a bit more util into mid. Fade Eye spots at least 2 players. It doesn't spot anybody, but 2 players shoot the Fade Eye, so at least 2 players present in A main. KO flash comes in, pushes Jet off the angle. And MDX are aware of the presence, but they're not rotating yet. Still 2 players, the Phoenix and the Chamber in B. Chamber is spotted by the Chamber chip and double doors, trying to see if he can take some space, make a play. But the Brimsmoke and Art holding him back. And RIT just holding, just freezing, making no more noise, just waiting to see if Chamber can get some space to get a pick in mid or something. Jet with a nice swing from Secret, able to get the isolated Astra, and the team isn't able to swing to trade her. KO jump spotting the Jet, but Jet also spotting KO, so the MDX are still aware that there's presence in mid, but Chamber with a pick on mid, and that's the green light for them to try to execute onto the A site, but Waylay goes in, picked off by Jet, Chamber traded by Brim in mid, a nice kill by KO, but the spike is stuck in Art, and now KO will have to cross through 2 Vandals with a Stinger. Time is ticking down, there's only 20 seconds left. Maybe he's trying to do some damage before this round is over, but an impossible situation here. There's no way he can... Oh, there's no way... Yeah, I was saying, there's no way he can cross and grab the spike. And a nice round by... a nice round by MDX, but damage done by RIT. Taking off 3 rifles. So not a terrible round for RIT, and a good plan. I feel like Chambers just was granted too much space in mid, and that allowed him to get the pick onto the Fade. So let's see if MDX has some sort of plan for that. But otherwise, MDX playing this one very well so far. Early round lead, and RIT are now starting in mid again. Maybe going for an early double door exec as we saw earlier. Flash comes through, swing comes in. Smoking the 4 angle in case there's an op, and Brim is there, caught by the 0 point, but able to get a pick and back off. Fade, but caught by her teammate Saturate, but Wele able to trade out Chamber by taking out the Brim. And Chamber picked off by Astra, who was lurking in Art, not able to TP in time. And now RIT have full control of double doors and connector. MDX seem to think it's gonna be an A hit, but no, RIT are advancing onto B. Oh, RIT are faking A with the Astro ult. That's it. The Astro ult goes only to A, and with some smokes on A, but now the KO ult comes through, and MDX are okay. This is an A. This is a B hit.
Spike planted.
But MDX still in the round. It's a 4v3, but they have Jet ult up, and they have Phoenix ult coming in for the retake. And here we go with the retake is starting now, clearing back all. And immediately the ult is denied from Wele. But two picks by Jet and Fade. And now it's a 2v2. They know one is back. Wele fully flashed. They know one is back call. They clear him out. And now KO in a 1v2. Molly doesn't land. Phoenix is defusing. But KO able to get it with a flash and peek. Able to get the pick on Fade, and Phoenix feeling like it has to stick. Doesn't get his gun out in time. A very well played clutch by KO, but you have to kind of think that was maybe donated to him. Oh, Fade looking away from the flash, but looking back too fast and still getting caught out fully flashed. Honestly, that was a well played retake by MDX to get them in a 2v1 position, but not able to get all the way there and convert the round. And a nice clutch by KO. RIT, 4 players in A main. It's just like we saw 2 rounds ago. Flash by KO is gonna come through soon while Chamber is lurking on a mid. Spotted the 2 Chambers, exchanged some shots, but no damage done. RIT are not making any noise in A main, and now they're starting their site take soon. Yeah, 2 smokes come down. Astra stun, Wele ult, Fade ult, and yeah, Phoenix is completely caught out. Nothing he can do there. Brim ult comes in to try to delay the site take, but doesn't find anything. No damage. Wele here in a 1v2 in secret. Able to get one. The last player is an op. Able to get the second. And now it's Brim in 1v4 and he doesn't get there. Well played by RIT. Some nicely placed ults with the Wele and Fade ult. Catching the Phoenix just fully alone in dugout. And Wele able to get that kill. Overall, a good plan, a good side take, a good execution. Everything worked to RIT's favor there. And now they're starting 5 players in B main. They're aware that MDX are now thrown onto an eco and they don't want to contest the weaker guns in close ranges like in double doors or in ARPs or in A. So they're condensing all of their manpower into B. But Chamber is here with a Marshall. Yep. Chamber is here with a Marshall, able to get some damage onto KO, but no picks found. Chamber spotted by the 0 point. I know he's back all. Astra pull, able to catch the Chamber, and now he's fully alone in B hall and able to get picked off by the Fade there, and a nice pick through the smoke by Wele to catch anybody potentially flooding out fast from mid lane. All three MDX players are in mid lane here. Nice flash by Phoenix, but not able to capitalize on it. Smoke comes in to remove that angle that Astra's holding. And now they're aware that all RIT are aware that all 3 MDX players are just stuck here with worse guns, and MDX not really able to advance. Nice pick by Brim doing some damage, but not able to get the second. And that's a nice round by RIT. Nice plan going for B when MTX are on an eco. No resistance there whatsoever. And RIT have taken 3 rounds in a row and made it 5-3, taking the round lead.
That's a good spot.
Now that RIT full buy for
Be right
both
back.
teams. RIT are starting off in mid again.
Launching smoke.
Smoke comes in link. Swing comes through in double doors with a dog. Saturate comes in, but it seems like they're faking the beep, the double doors pressure, and they're actually intending on finishing in art and ending A. But fade out comes through to delay. A nice pick by Phoenix, who goes to re-clear double doors, and Brim now just making sure that nobody else is in the space. The fade out pushes RIT back, and now they seem like they want to go into double doors, but a smoke comes through from Brim, pushing them back. Now they're going back into B long. A lot of space taken by the Jet, by MDX's Jet on A main, catching the chamber trip and now causing Waylay to have to double back to see if somebody's pushing that. And then Astra Star. Waylay still holding it, but Jet broke the chip and backed off. Chamber is still on this B line with an outlaw. Let's see if he can find a pick. Spotted Chamber,
30
misses the
seconds
shot.
left. Concealment.
TB is back now. They know that he's back hall. Same place he played last round. Phoenix coming into flood with the wall to support his chamber. Oh, a shot through the smoke, catch through the Phoenix wall, catches Phoenix out.
10 seconds left.
Jet dash in,
Spike planted.
plant
One
down,
enemy remaining.
but a good retake by MDX with Fade wrapping all the way around long. The Jet, the dash from Jet, able to take some pressure off of her Brim, and Brim able to get the trade. After the early pick in double doors
We're ready.
and the fade ult to delay them in art, RIT just looked like they wanted a reset on the round. Their plan was halted. Well played by MDX. Letting them get the space they want early on and then going for a fast re-clear and getting that early pick is so monumental in that round.
That works.
RIT starting out 4A main. No sound made yet. Flash comes through from KO to clear A main. Fade hearing them. Rotates come through. Chamber and everybody's already rotating off into A. Fade tucked in secret. RIT have taken full control of the site with no casualties. Fade getting a nice pick on Astra, trying to clear through secret. 3 players in main, only 1 player in sight. Brim Smoke is there in A main, so allows these MDX players to crunch. Swing comes through from A main. Caught out. Another kill by Jet. And now 1 player's in the site, and Jet is not aware.
Last
3
player
kills for
standing.
Fade, and the last player is in A main, and Brim is aware.
Open up the sky.
Oh. Trying to go for the Brim ult to defuse within it to cover himself. Sort of acting like a smoke, but it doesn't work out because of the KO molly comes in time. And a nice 2 kills by Jet here of the 2 players swinging from A main, but Fade just like playing around the mid site, the default plant, and like going into back site on a perfect timing, able to get a pick on the Fade, and then able to swing forward, get a pick on the Jet and a pick on the Phoenix, getting 3 kills to keep her team alive and in the round.
Bring them down.
RIT going for 5 players in A main, and they're making a lot of noise. MDX are aware, but they're aware that RIT have big ults, so they left the side. They're playing for a retake. Chamber taking early control into RIT here, swinging, getting 1. He's going to swing again. Doesn't get the second, but damage dealt to Brim. Brim left on 5 HP. Astra pushed all the way into secret, caught by the Fate Seas, and wrapped around by the Phoenix. And now it's a 1v4 for RIT. The last player in main, Nate comes through, some damage on the Phoenix, a pick through the smoke, fully flashed though, doesn't get there. 4 kills by Phoenix. Very well played.
Last round in the half.
Spend everything. Don't be cheap.
MDX learned from that one round that where Phoenix got caught out in dugout by the Fade and Wele ult, that when they have these two ults online, when RT have these two ults online, they're gonna go for a fast A hit, and they learned from that and they decided to play retake instead, which is a very good adjustment by MDX. Very well played, and allowing RIT to get essentially no value from all the retake and all their ults, clearing a site that's empty. Now going for more of a default play, Jet full flashed, Astra walking up, but they didn't expect the Jet to stick around, and Jet able to get a pick on the KO. Astra still walking up, faking a lot of pressure in A just from this wall. And only Chamber left to hold down the B site, which is where RIT are actually intending to go. Contact coming in, and a pick by Chamber, and now it's a 3v5 for RIT. They're initiating their site take. Chamber is still back hall. Waylay's taking the 1v1 and able to get that pick, but in early Phoenix ult, not able to get Fade. And Astra just flushed out in A, buying so much time for her team, but will it be enough? It's a 2v4 for RIT.
Last player standing.
Waylay caught out, and Fade gets a trade, but not able to get that one. And MDX converted. Honestly, it was a nice plan, with Astra catching the attention of 3 players in A and able to keep 2 players from rotating the entire round.
Switching sides.
But it's just not enough. Because of a nice pick by MDX's Chamber onto RIT's Chamber that gave them an early 2-player lead, and a nice pick by Jet in A main. Let's see what MDX have for the attack half here. 6-6 round score so far. Very evenly matched. We saw some nice rounds from RIT, poking around in mid and some nice fast hits, but MDX adapting well. Adapted to that double door play, adapted to that hard A hit.
Charlie Mike.
Early deep 0 point from KO on RIT here. Might catch some players. Catches 2 players in Fade and Jet. And look how much space this Waylay and this Astra are taking here. Phoenix aware because of the smoke on top mid. But Astra Waylay able to get one, but gets traded out. And Astra expected and dealt with by Chamber. Early dash from Jet, not able to get the kill, but Fade on 5 HP. And able to get out. It's a 3v3, but damage done to RIT. Still making pressure mid while Fade is able to sneak through a main. And now it's a 2v... It's 2v3 for RIT. Fade able to get another pick while she's 1 HP. Will she expect this Fade behind her? Yes, okay. It's a 1v2 for RIT. It's a 1v2 for Chamber. Still has 4 bullets in his headhunter. Fade early aggressing into secret here. Not spotting Chamber will mean that he has to be Flower or Art, but MDX have a trip and Art, so they have to be aware. Chamber not aware. TP's back.
Last player standing.
Still gets picked off. Now it's a 1v1. Headshot by Chamber, and he's able to get the 1v2 clutch. Well played by Chamber there, but a lack of awareness from MDX's part. MDX's Chamber just looking at an area that's already held down. And not aware that Chamber could come out from flowers. Overall, a nice plan by MDX. They get spotted in A main, but they're so aware of the 2 players in the Waylay and the Astra that were taking control of mid, and they punish them. But not able to convert the round. Not able to convert the 2v1. Knife comes in, 0 point comes in, but doesn't catch anybody. MDX have adapted. They've seen the lineup. They know how far back they need to play to not get caught by that. And now they're contacting up behind after the 0 point. Still no contact. A few weapons forced by MDX. A stinger on Jet. But after seeing nothing at all in B long by Chamber, RIT have the read. They have the read that it has to be an A hit. And it's hard to know what RIT are waiting for. They've invested no util so far. Maybe they're waiting for somebody to get overzealous to peek them, or Chamber to get a pick on somebody finding mid. And now they start the side exec. Jet already tagged low, 20 HP, not able to get a pick, gets caught up. And the side take is just stopped right there. 2 picks from RIT just laying down Hellfire on A main through the smoke.
30 seconds left.
And now MDX turning tail, running away, trying to get to B in time. But Chamber is still there. Chamber is still there, and he's ready for them. Smoke's gonna be fading soon. And he's holding the cross with the Marshal. Do they expect him? Do they clear him? And even if they do they win the fight? Fade with an early pick, but two nice shots by Chamber. And now it's a 1v1. 5 seconds left. Even if he gets the skill, there's no chance. Oh, but he still gets a pick, does damage. Gets 2 kills, does damage. And now, even though RIT win the round, they lost 3 guns that they shouldn't have. And they're either gonna have to force up to try to win this this bonus round, or they're just gonna play with way inferior guns and have a very low chance of converting the round. But the Jet from MDX with the force on the Stinger now left with a Guardian buy and no shields. MDX starting 5 players in B main. Going into a Chamber as a Spectre, so he can't really contest B long that much, but he can spot. Now he spots Phoenix running out with a Stinger. And this is why Phoenix is so strong on Pearl. This is why he's viable. This wall and this flash allowing this scale up into backhaul. And the flash comes through again through the wall. They did a nice job cutting the sightlines, but an early flood by Astra, able to get 2, traded out by Jet, but that traded out by Chamber, and Wele with a task on backhaul with a Bucky. And they're able to convert the bonus. MDX is not able to get all the side space that they want, and that left them vulnerable to a fast flood by RIT, and some 2 really nice shots by Astra. Gets them this round. Yeah, you can see Astra just swinging through with a Guardian and able to get 2.
That's a good spot. That works.
MDX are gonna have to make changes here. This attack path is not working out for them so far. Early smoke comes in by RIT on top mid, trying to create some pressure to delay MDX's mid take, but no real pressure there. No players holding the smoke. RIT are playing further back, aware that they have superior guns. MDX scaling up here into Art, about to take contact with the Fade. Fade gets a pick and gets out. Smoke by Astra comes in, and MDX are 3 players contained into Art, and Chambers B long, looking to maybe get a pick on the other Chamber, but doesn't get there. The gun is too strong. A pick by Wele wallbang through the double doors, and now they're crunching them. Fade able to get 1 pick on Wele, but it's not gonna be enough. Saturate hits, not able to get the shot. And another good run by RIT. It seems like they have the perfect reads on MDX.
You want to play? Let's play.
MDX starting out in A main, and even though they're aware that that KO knife, KO 0 point comes through on most rounds, they've seen it before. One player still gets caught out by it. And now RIT aware that a player is in A main, but maybe that was on purpose. Maybe if you show one player's presence in A main, it kind of says that it's not an actual side hit. Fade ult comes through, counter fade ult comes through, and a fast flood by KO, a fast flood by Astra, able to get 3 picks, and so many trades go down, but Chamber left in a 1v2 on 10 HP with the spike down in sight. RIT playing good positions here. Waiting for Wele to take contact from the entire time. Oh! Chamber peeks the op that they know is there.
30
And now
seconds left.
it's a 1v1 and it's a very winnable position, but he's not aware of where Wele is exactly. And shoulder peeks. Can't get there. Nice shot by Wele. And a nice round by RIT. Again, MDX falling prey to these super fast floods by RIT, where instead of waiting for them to go in and get full control of the site and plant the spike, they're just going guns blazing during the site take. And MDX don't know what to focus on. Do they go for fighting the people who are already on site? Do they focus on the people flooding through the smokes? MDX starting 5 players in mid. Early eye into B lane. Early pressure into double doors, but there's the Jets dashing into nothing. And the Saturate catches 2 players. And Astra with a nice two picks and a third one full flash. But traded out by the Chamber. Now it's Chamber in a 1v3. They know his position, they molly him out, they flush him out, and they get the kill.
Match point.
MDX not able to break the crossfire of the Astra and the Wele. Wele gets a nice saturate that hits 2 players, and it gets a kill on top of that. And Fade just capitalizes. I mean, Astra just capitalizes on the saturate. Is able to get a kill while fully blinded. In the close quarters of double doors, I mean, it's not too crazy. There's only so many places that the people in front of you can come in through. Early B presence by MDX. A nice updraft by Jet to throw off the crosshair of the op. Saturate comes in, nicely timed, slows them down. And an early pick by MDX getting the Chamber in backside with a molly and a nice Brimstone to delay the flood. That is a good Brimstone off. That is what's haunted them this whole time. And a nice position by Fade, able to get one. KO flooding in through Heaven, caught out. And now the 2 RIT players are stuck in mid link. They're about to recall a smoke to try and go out. Damage taken by the Astra. Fade swinging through, can't get the kill. Brim gets Astra and Jet gets Fade, and that's the round. See, they need to do more to delay the flood like they did that round. Not every round they're gonna have a Brimstone ult to delay the flood from mid link like that. But that's been what's haunting them this whole game. It's like, how do you counter that flood? Will the 0 point catch all 5 players here? And it does. The 0 point from RIT catches all 5 players in A main. No util, no anything. Chamber just peeking through the smoke with no util, no TP back, no jet dash, nothing they can do, and Chamber falls, and MDX can't commit to this take. KO ult comes out and just fully stops everything with a KO knife and the KO ult. Even if there weren't 4 players already rotated there, there's nothing they could do. So they faked sound going back, and now they're coming back into A main. It's not a bad idea. but they might lose map control somewhere else. KO taking early contact, spotted, but able to get the pick. Smoke comes in on A main. All three MDX players are in A main. Astra with an aggressive position here, playing super close to the smoke. Will they expect Astra in this position? Waiting for the smoke to fade. Smoke fades. Astra retreats. Flash is coming. Astra just swings through, not able to get the Phoenix. But KO able to trade. Gets 2, gets 3.
Down A.
And now Jazz is alone in sight to keep their team in the tournament. But it doesn't work out. And that's a nice 2-0 victory by RIT. Dominant performance by RIT. Well played. MDX just falling short in just a few simple ways that felt like they could have simple fixes, but they're just not able to make the adjustments necessary to give them a fighting chance in the attack half. And that was a very fun match. KO with a very nice performance in this match. His presence and his impact was huge. The 0 point, especially in that last round, the 0 point and the KO ult perfectly timed, completely stops their side tick, MDX's side tick. And yeah, it's a very dominant performance from RIT on this map, and overall in the series, taking it 2-0 and advancing to the quarterfinals of the winners bracket. Thank you all for tuning in. I've been your caster, Nixie Ahmed. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Artlist.io.
All my homies spin the block, hit the gas, hit the
Music
gas.
licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.